By the end of this lecture, learners will be able to identify key strategies for effective communication in the classroom that enhance the quality of learning and foster a supportive educational environment. Highlight the critical importance of communication in the teaching-learning process. Examine how fundamental communication principles significantly impact student concentration and overall engagement in classroom activities. Discuss the various barriers to effective communication techniques and explore their implications for different educational settings. Hello everyone and welcome. In this lecture, we will examine the fundamentals of effective communication strategies and their applications in contemporary education. We aim to provide a clearer understanding of how these strategies contribute to quality learning outcomes. Furthermore, we will explore the role of communication in shaping contemporary classroom practices, emphasizing its significance in enhancing student engagement, motivation, and overall academic performance. So, let's begin with this question. In what ways can effective communication strategies influence student motivation and engagement? Effective communication in education represents the successful exchange of information, ideas, and understanding between teachers and students that facilitates learning. It encompasses not merely the transmission of subject content but involves a complex interplay of clear expression, active reception, and meaningful interpretation by all participants. In the educational context, effective communication manifests when instructors convey concepts with precision and accessibility, while simultaneously creating channels for student expression, questions, and feedback. This bidirectional process requires adaptability to various learning styles, cultural backgrounds, and cognitive abilities, ensuring that educational messages are not only delivered but genuinely comprehended, internalized, and applicable beyond the classroom environment. The importance of communication in the teaching-learning process. Communication stands as the foundational pillar upon which the entire teaching-learning process is constructed, serving as both the medium and method through which education occurs. Without effective communication, even the most expertly designed curriculum remains inaccessible to learners. This essential process enables teachers to convey factual knowledge and to model critical thinking, demonstrate problem-solving approaches, and articulate discipline-specific reasoning. For students, communication provides the means to articulate understanding, seek clarification, collaborate with peers, and engage in metacognitive reflection. Communication includes 1. Enhancing academic success. Effective communication is a cornerstone of the teaching-learning process as it directly impacts students' academic performance. Teachers with strong communication skills can clearly convey complex concepts, making them easier for students to understand. This clarity fosters better retention and comprehension, leading to improved grades and lower dropout rates. Well-structured communication helps create a positive feedback loop between teachers and students, enhancing mutual understanding and collaboration. 2. Building relationships and engagement. Communication is essential for building strong teacher-student relationships, which are critical for fostering a supportive learning environment. When teachers actively listen and respond empathetically, students feel valued and are more likely to engage in classroom activities. This interaction boosts participation and motivates students to take ownership of their learning, thereby increasing their enthusiasm and overall academic achievements. 3. Creating an inclusive learning environment. Good communication ensures inclusivity by addressing the diverse needs of students. Teachers who adapt their communication styles to accommodate cultural, behavioral, or linguistic differences create an environment where every student feels respected and understood. This inclusivity encourages open dialogue, reduces misunderstandings, and promotes a sense of belonging, which is vital for effective learning. 4. Fostering lifelong communication skills. The teaching-learning process serves as a platform for students to develop essential communication skills. By engaging in discussions, presentations, and collaborative activities. Students learn how to articulate ideas clearly and listen actively, skills that are transferable to all areas of life. Teachers who model effective communication also inspire students to adopt these practices in their personal and professional interactions. 5. Overcoming barriers to learning. Effective communication helps address common barriers in the classroom, such as lack of motivation or misunderstandings. Teachers who use clear instructions, nonverbal cues, and constructive feedback can effectively guide students through challenges. Promoting open dialogue allows teachers to identify and resolve issues early, ensuring that learning remains uninterrupted and productive. Fundamental communication principles. Fundamental communication principles in education comprise an interconnected system of core tenets that govern effective information exchange between teachers and learners. These principles transcend specific methodologies or technologies, serving instead as enduring guidelines that remain relevant across educational contexts and disciplines. Effective communication in the teaching-learning context is built on several fundamental principles that ensure messages are conveyed clearly and understood accurately. These principles include: 1. Clarity and precision in messaging. Clear and precise communication is essential for effective teaching. Teachers must convey complex ideas in a straightforward manner, avoiding ambiguity and ensuring that students grasp the intended meaning. This clarity helps prevent confusion and fosters a smooth learning process. 2. Active listening as a two-way process. Active listening is a critical component of effective communication, involving hearing, understanding and responding appropriately. It is a two-way process where teachers listen attentively to students' questions and concerns, and students feel encouraged to express themselves openly. This mutual engagement promotes understanding and builds trust between teachers and students. 3. Authenticity and credibility. Authenticity and credibility are vital in educational communication. Teachers who are genuine, transparent, and knowledgeable in their field inspire trust and respect from their students. This authenticity encourages students to engage more deeply with the material and creates a positive learning environment. 4. Appropriate feedback mechanisms. Providing timely, specific, and constructive feedback is crucial for students' growth and improvement. Effective feedback mechanisms allow teachers to assess students' understanding, identify areas needing improvement, and guide students toward achieving their academic goals. This feedback helps teachers refine their teaching strategies based on student responses. 5. Cultural awareness and inclusivity. Cultural awareness and inclusivity are essential for creating a welcoming and effective learning environment. Teachers must be sensitive to the diverse backgrounds and experiences of their students, adapting their communication styles to ensure that all students feel included and valued. This inclusivity promotes a sense of belonging and encourages active participation from all students. Barriers to effective communication. Effective communication in the teaching-learning context can be hindered by various barriers that impede the flow of information and understanding between teachers and students. These barriers can be categorized into several types, each requiring distinct strategies to overcome. 1. Physical barriers. Physical barriers, such as noise and environmental factors, can significantly impede effective communication in educational settings. For instance, a noisy classroom or a poorly lit room can distract students and make it difficult for them to focus on the lesson. Similarly, environmental factors like seating arrangements or the availability of technology can influence how information is conveyed and received. To address these barriers, teachers can optimize classroom layout. Arrange seating to promote interaction and minimize distractions. Use technology strategically. Employ tools like microphones or visual aids to enhance clarity. Create a comfortable environment. Ensure the room is well ventilated and at a comfortable temperature. 2. Psychological barriers. Psychological barriers, including preconceptions and anxiety, can also hinder effective communication. Students may have preconceived notions about a subject or teacher, which can affect their engagement and understanding. Additionally, anxiety or fear of speaking up can prevent students from participating fully in class discussions. Teachers can mitigate these barriers by establishing trust. Create a safe and supportive learning environment. Encouraging open dialogue. Invite students to share their thoughts and feelings. Fostering a growth mindset. Emphasize learning as a process where mistakes are opportunities for growth. 3. Cultural and linguistic barriers. Cultural and linguistic barriers pose significant challenges in diverse educational settings. Students from different cultural backgrounds may interpret messages differently due to cultural nuances, while language barriers can prevent students from fully understanding the material. Teachers can address these barriers by cultural sensitivity training. Educate themselves about diverse cultural practices and values. Language support services. Provide resources like bilingual materials or language support staff. Inclusive curriculum. Incorporate diverse perspectives and examples into teaching materials. 4. Cognitive and learning differences. Cognitive and learning differences among students can also act as barriers to effective communication. Students with learning disabilities or different learning styles may require adapted approaches to understand and engage with the material. Teachers can accommodate these differences by personalized learning plans. Develop strategies adjusted to individual students' needs. Multimodal instruction. Use a variety of teaching methods to cater to different learning styles. Assistive technology. Utilize tools that help students with disabilities access information more effectively. Building rapport and relationships. This process involves establishing trust and psychological safety, which encourages students to feel comfortable expressing themselves and taking risks in their learning. Such relationship is a vital component of effective teaching, as it lays the foundation for a supportive and engaging learning environment. 1. Establishing trust and psychological safety. Establishing trust and psychological safety is foundational for building strong relationships in the classroom. When students feel that their teacher is approachable, respectful, and supportive, they are more likely to engage in learning and share their thoughts without fear of judgment. Teachers can promote trust by maintaining consistency between their words and actions, being transparent about expectations, and treating all students fairly. This trust-building process lays the groundwork for open communication and mutual respect. 2. Empathetic communication practices. Empathetic communication involves understanding and addressing students' emotions, perspectives, and challenges. Teachers who actively listen to their students, validate their feelings, and respond with care create a sense of connection that supports a positive learning environment. Empathy can be demonstrated through small actions, such as checking in on students' well-being or offering encouragement during difficult times. By showing genuine concern for students' experiences, teachers build rapport and inspire confidence and motivation in their learners. 3. Classroom community development. Developing a sense of community within the classroom is essential for fostering collaboration and mutual respect among students. Teachers can promote this by encouraging teamwork, facilitating group discussions, and creating opportunities for peer interaction. Activities that emphasize shared goals or values help students bond with one another while also strengthening their connection to the teacher. A strong classroom community enhances learning outcomes and creates an inclusive environment where every student feels valued and supported. 4. Teacher presence and authenticity. Authenticity involves being genuine, approachable, and consistent in interactions with learners. Students are more likely to connect with teachers who show vulnerability, share personal experiences when appropriate, and express enthusiasm for teaching. A strong presence in the classroom, through active engagement, clear communication, and attentiveness, signals to students that their teacher is invested in their success. This combination of authenticity and presence fosters trust, respect, and meaningful relationships. Conclusion: integrating the principles of effective communication into teaching practice is crucial for creating a supportive and engaging learning environment. This integration involves applying strategies like clarity, empathy, and inclusivity, and continually developing one's communication competence through ongoing professional development. The evolving nature of educational communication, influenced by technological advancements and changing societal needs, demands that teachers remain adaptable and open to new methods and tools. As practitioners, it is essential to stay updated on best practices and research in educational communication to refine their skills. Teachers should embrace a lifelong learning mindset, promoting a culture of feedback and reflection, and prioritizing the development of inclusive communication strategies that cater to diverse learners. By doing so, teachers can support student outcomes, build stronger relationships, and contribute to a more effective and inclusive educational system.